For the background design, I have made three following decisions for the for background design: to follow a dungeon theme, and to make sure the background is not repetitive, and to match the screen with the appropriate buttons. So the main screen follows a dungeon theme, and it matches the main menu. Then in here, it also matches, and it's not repetitive. That's this one too. These were the levels. So for the background design, I have met all the objectives. I have set it. For the characters, I have made three characters. They can move around, they can attack, and there are three different character designs. And they can both attack. They can both attack. All three can attack. Now, for the specific character called Wraith, I made sure the objectives for this character was supposed to be life stealing, losing health over time, dealing less knockback, but attacking 2 times faster, and not dealing a lot of damage. So, for this, I'm gonna go this way, as we can see. He attacks way faster, and the knockback is a little bit and he can last this every hit. He gets health, and he loses health all the time. So now with the character called Sarah, she has lower HP. She attacks slightly faster than the default speed. So the default speed would be slightly faster than 1 second, and deals a very high amount of damage with normal knockback and faster regeneration. She has little HP as one, which makes them to have health, and then 2 shots a boss now. She also has fast regeneration as heal from the last damage, and the attacks are slightly faster, but not as fast as the other ones. Now, for the character called Timmy, he has high knockback, high HP, deals default damage, has default regeneration, and default attack speed. In here, his attack speeds are this fast. His health has high HP, as multiple needs to get him to have health, and has normal regeneration. It takes longer for him to regenerate, and the knockback is very high. And for the difficulties, I have made easy mode to have less enemy and types of enemy, and will take more knockback, and will have less speed, and you will win at 1000 score. So we can only see 3 types of enemy in this. And now for the normal mode, the enemies will have default HP and normal knockback, and most of the enemy will spawn in, and a chance of fourth enemy called the mage enemy will spawn. For normal mode. For hard mode, the enemy speed will be way higher with a higher spawn chance, but you will still win at 1000 score. And for nightmare modes, you will have the enemies will have an even higher speed and will spawn way more often, as well as all type will, but you will not win at 1000 score. Instead, a boss round will happen, and until you killed it, you will win. As you can see, I have won a nightmare, and this is how you win: to kill the boss. And then the fourth objective was to make enemies. The small enemies, which is this one, the little enemies that spawns, the one that gets one shot. They deal 25 damage. They have a very high spawn rate. They have average speeds. It varies between difficulties. And then they move down the map, gives 1 score. And then if you kill them, they give 2 score. So as you can see, it gives 1 score. If I kill them, they get 2 score. They are tiny and only has 10 HP. The big imps, which are the big bosses enemy mentioned here, big enemy, they have an average spawn rate, would not spawn very often, will deal 90 damage, and will have low speeds, as you can see here, very low speeds, but deals 80 damage. They have a bigger side, and they move down the map, tracking the player in the x-axis, but they give 25 score if they have moved down the map, but if they have been killed by the player, then they give 70 score and have an overall of 100 HP. The assassins, called special enemies, they have a very low spawn rate, so in nightmare modes they would have a higher spawn rate, but they have a low spawn rate. They will deal 200 damage. They have a very high speed with average size going down the map. They will give 5 score if they go down the map, but if you kill them they give 50 score and only have 25 HP. As you can see, the assassins be very fast and deal 200 damage, which I have showed in my earlier death before. The mage's enemy have a very low spawn rate, and attacks to give 75 damage only. They have a low speed with an average size. They go from side to side, tracking the player, but does not go down the map. And if they are killed, they will give 80 score, and they shoot projectiles. So because of the very high spawn rate, you need to go in a higher difficulty, a higher chance for them to survive. As you can see, they shoot projectiles, dealing 75 damage. For the Golem boss, which is the boss fight at the end of Nightmare mode, they will give 1000 scores straight away. They will only spawn once. They will have a very low speed, but with a massive size. They will move side to side, tracking the player, and spits out fire, dealing 70 HP, shoots multiple lasers, each dealing 4 HP, and the massive electric ball, which is his ultimate, will give 250 HP. So I will show you the attack screen. Very often, and spit out lasers, and the electric ball has been seen at the start. I have also made an attack system for each of the enemies. That is, that the attack can deal damage and kill, but with little HP, which is the attack here with 1 second cooldown, as it has a higher reload speed, where the ultimate will deal a lot of damage with a very high reach, but a slower reload speed. In action would be this one, lower speed, and this one has high reach. And to make a winning and losing system, we need to be able to display a game over screen when your score is at a good amount. I mean, is able to die displaying your score. So if you die, this your score, which is 0, and if you have gotten a good amount of score, it will show you your current score, same as this score. And then if you win, it will show your final score, which you have seen before. To make the sounds and attacks with background music, we will first see the main menu music, which can be seen every time you go to the main menu. The button sounds are like so for every of the normal buttons. This one is the only exception. and then to choose character, it has a different sound. For the playing music, it will be this kind of music, and it has a variation between the boss music and the level 1 music. The gameplay sounds are things like attacking, the boss spawning, using your super, getting to low health, or getting to very low health. And then when killing the boss. Now for the winning and losing sound, you can see by me losing here, and it takes me back to the level screen. And if you win, it will be a different sound. And you go back to the main menu. These are all my objectives. In total was 7 objectives, and this was all I have to do. And to exit, we just have to do this.